Hey everybody, David Grum here today to talk about the FOB. So let's first define what the FOB is and how we're going to use it. FOB stands for Field Operations Bag. So what I mean by that is the FOB was designed and constructed to better assist managers and supervisors out in the field when it comes to organization and efficiency. The FOB is a 7-piece organizational kit that's going to transport specific and very specialized pieces of equipment to ensure our jobs get done safely and also efficiently. So let's talk about this kit first in general. You're gonna see a 56-liter duffel bag slash backpack conversion. It has 2 backpack straps here that we could ensure that it gets on our shoulders, or you can carry it as a regular duffel bag by using these straps here in front. You're gonna see that every FOB has a B&B patch on it. This patch has to stay on the FOB at all times. You're gonna see in front of the FOB, you're gonna have a 6x10 pouch that we're gonna store specific equipment in as we will go through the kit. And then on that pouch attached is a glove pouch that we could easily access gloves at a moment's notice. So now let's take some time and talk about the actual components of the FOB. The outside of the FOB, you're gonna see the 2 attachments, like I stated earlier. We have our 6x10 pouch, we also have our glove pouch. Inside of the 6x10 pouch, you open it up, you're going to see a reflective vest. This reflective vest is going to be used for all outside work. You can see here, if I can unravel it, it has the B&B Maintenance logo on the front and the back. Again, make sure you wear the reflective vest for all outside work. If you're cleaning up trash outside, you are doing a haz waste and cleanup outside, make sure you have on your reflective vest. That's stored in the 6x10 pouch. On the 6x10 pouch, we're gonna see a glove pouch. This glove pouch is gonna be easy access for gloves. Make sure this is stocked with gloves. As you can see, the top opens up and then we can stuff gloves in it. And then the front pouch right here, you can go ahead and easy access gloves from the front pouch. Inside the FOB, let's open it up. You're gonna see that a zipper pouch is going to be located right in front and it pulls across like this. You're gonna see that inside this zipper pouch here, you're gonna have 2 components that you could store materials and job site equipment in, right there. And then inside of this kit here, it's very important that we structure it this way. So as you can tell inside the kit here, as a close-up, you're gonna see 4 components. You're gonna have 1, our electrostatic spray gun inside of its original kit. You're gonna have a 6.5 quart container housing personal protective equipment. We're gonna see a couple of different personal protective equipment items. Our first being our face shield with a pair of safety goggles also attached to it. Now, this face shield and safety glass combo can be used as a face shield and the goggles at one time, or we could use just the goggles if need be. Keep that in mind. The next thing we're gonna see are 2 pairs of safety glasses. Again, ensure that anytime we are doing a haz waste cleanup or we are working with the electrostatic spray gun, ensure that you have on your eye protection. You have 2 pairs for your use. Also included is 2 Tyvek suits. These 2 suits here are going to be used for any major COVID cleaning, COVID disinfectation, and should be used at the sole direction of the EHS director only. If you have a possibility where these suits are to be used, let me know, we'll talk through it. And then you're gonna have another 6.5 quart container housing absorbent, a sharps container, and specialized gloves. If we open that up, we see the first thing on top there is a B&B Maintenance sharps container. So what I mean by that is this is the container that we're going to use to transport any sharps that are found on a B&B Maintenance job site. If a sharp is found on a job site or we have a work order stating that we are to remove and dispose of sharps container, your first phone call or email is still going to be to me, and we're going to walk through that specifically for that specific job. The next thing that we find in this 6.5 quart container is 2 containers of absorbent. Now, instead of a bloodborne pathogens spill kit in its entirety, we constructed the kit with our own absorbent. It's going to be used for any bodily fluid cleanup. Again, it would absorb that material and then we can dispose of it correctly. Then the last thing in this container is going to be 2 pairs of wrist-high gloves as well. Our last and most important component inside the kit is the new implemented sling bag. And we're going to talk about the sling bag and how we're going to use it a little bit later on during this training. And at the bottom of the kit, the last components, you're going to see 2 pages here. You're going to see some SOP posters. Have 5 SOP posters at the bottom of this kit at all time in case your job site need one. And also, you're going to see a inventory kit. So this inventory checklist is a reminder to help you ensure that you have everything component that should be in the FOB at all times. Now, we're going to talk about a eye auditor inspection that we're going to be required to do weekly on the FOB to ensure the inventory is there. But this is just going to be a friendly reminder to ensure that everything is going to be in this kit at all times. So if we go ahead and just move some items out of the way here, make some room, I'd like to highlight the sling bag. Now, what I mean by the sling bag. So this is going to be a new addition to the SOP procedure here at B&B Maintenance. This is going to be a field operations bag when we actually go into a job site. So as you can tell here, there's 3 pouches. Now this works perfectly with our multi-clean SOP a chemical system that we currently have implemented. So you're going to see 3 containers here. These 3 containers house the undiluted 4-foamy MAC, undiluted 007, and undiluted 256. Now the objective behind this is that this is the bag that we would take into a job site. And this would be used to dilute the spray bottles inside of a B&B Maintenance job site. So instead of hauling in the large 2-liter bottles, which the majority of us don't like doing, we've implemented these smaller containers that have the dilution mechanisms, same thing like we do with our 2-liter bottles, the same dilution. But again, we can ensure that these are actually being brought into the job site in an easy to use fashion, such as the sling bag. So it's crucial that we obtain the proper dilution when we dilute our multi-clean SOP line of chemicals. Now keep in mind the dilution ratio for the 4-foamy MAC is 2 ounces per quart. On these containers right here, if you can see them up close, you're going to see, if we flip them over, a 1/2 ounce line and a 1 ounce line. We go ahead and squeeze up, same concept like the squeeze method that like we do with the 2-liter bottles. We squeeze up to 1 ounce, then we carefully pour that into the spray bottle, squeeze another ounce, pour that into this spray bottle. Now it's going to be up to you and your responsibility to properly fill these containers. So if you see as if your undiluted container is getting low, make sure you top these off before you go out on your routes. The dilution ratio for the 007 is 1/2 ounce to a quart. And then lastly, the dilution ratio for a 256 spray bottle, 1/8 of an ounce. So if we go ahead and we put these right back into the sling bag here, we're going to notice that they fit very well inside of the sling bag. And they go in like so. And then lastly, we have an extra pouch on this side right here. It's going to be used for hand sanitizer. Have hand sanitizer on you at all times. And then your other pouch on the left-hand side of the sling bag is going to be used for excess gloves. Make sure you have gloves stocked up in there at all times. You have one last pouch here. It's a larger pouch. Highly advised that we keep some secondary labels in this pouch as well, and any other job site materials that you deem necessary when you go inside of your facilities. So keep in mind, this is the bag that we're going to use to ensure that you go into your facilities stocked, set, and ready to go. Now again, let's talk about getting items back into the FOB, because it's very important that we don't just throw items in there and it becomes an unorganized mess. This is structured and constructed a very specific way, and we have to follow it. The first item that it goes in are the 6.5 quart containers, and one by one going to go there. Next is going to be your electrostatic spray gun. It's going to go right behind those 6.5 quart containers, and then lastly, your sling bag. Your sling bag's gonna go to the rear of the fob. Once we get that in, we will then go ahead and zip it all up and secure everything inside of the fob correctly. So with the fob, there comes a little bit of responsibility. And we as BB maintenance managers and supervisors have to understand that this kit is here to help us, but we also have to make sure that we take care of it. It is a company-owned piece of equipment. This is a company SOP that we all are going to follow, every manager and every supervisor in the organization. But that being said, there is a mandatory weekly eye auditor inventory inspection that is going to be added onto your eye auditor account, and the inspection template is going to be scheduled for every week. We have to make sure that that gets submitted every week. What that does is that allows us to see that every supervisor manager has the necessary tools and equipment in case a job were to happen. Keep in mind that this is a mandatory eye auditor inspection. Again, this will start as soon as you receive this kit. On top of the inspection, another main requirement is this bag, the entire fob right here, is going to be transported in and out of your vehicle every night. Under no circumstances shall this fob kit stay in your vehicle overnight. Now, the thought process behind this is what we can organize, we can carry the majority of our job site supplies in and out of a heated area, a heated and secured area. Your car, unfortunately, is not secured. We want to make sure that this equipment stays safe. We want to make sure that this equipment stays out of the cold, harsh conditions. Obviously, we're getting into the winter months here. The majority of us are, and we need to make sure that the electrostatic spray gun stays in good condition. We've already had circumstances where they froze, they crack. If we could keep that in this fob, take it in and out of your house at all times, we shouldn't have any problems. If anybody has any questions in regards to how to use the fob, the requirements of the fob, please do not hesitate to let me know, and we can talk through those specific questions to ensure that you have the education and materials needed to be successful and efficient and safe on a B&B maintenance job site. But guys, that's all that I had today on the FOB, the field operations bag. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody enjoys their kits. I hope you find it helpful. Because that's in essence what we were trying to do here, is make everybody's jobs a little bit easier, a little bit safer, and a little bit more efficient. Guys and gals, have a great, safe rest of your week. But you guys take care.